Hi guys, I have this story to tell. I had a story this week and I was so down. I was like, what? Some women are courageous. What? And some of us here, Fahi. So there was this lady who was living with her husband in the United States. And then, according to the husband, oftentimes the lady would tell him that she's traveling for church programs. The program sometimes takes her to Ghana, Canada, and other places. So, as a loving and understanding husband, he allows her. So, back in 2019, the lady told her husband that they are having a church program in Ghana where she has to attend, and the husband allowed it. So, the lady came down to Ghana, and when she got here, because of the COVID, she couldn't return. During the COVID, airports were locked, borders were closed and stuff like that. Nothing was really working. So the lady got locked in Ghana for over 1 year. According to the husband, within that period, she never picked a video call whenever he calls. And the lady would say, I'm outside, I'm with family, I'm with friends, blah, blah, blah. But the husband was not so bothered about it. Then, after the COVID, after the airports were open, the borders were open, the lady came back to the state. And the husband realized that she has really changed physically. Her looks, everything has changed. And he said, my wife, why have you changed so much? She has put on weight, her skin color, everything, like breasts, everything is changed. She said, because of the COVID and then the medications they were giving me, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so the husband took the story just as it is. And then the husband said that the lady will make frequent calls with her mother and always talking about certain baby, certain child, certain money, blah, 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 blah. So the husband one day confronted her and she said, I'm building a house in my village and that's the money I'm sending to my parents, blah, 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 blah. In any case, a woman who is married, you are building a project and your husband doesn't know anything about it. How? Why should it even happen in a marriage that both partners are doing the separate things? Different interests. How? Anyway, that's not my business. So the husband agreed. But the call kept coming and the guy became curious. So she would just call the mother, send her money and blah, blah, blah. And apparently, there was this guy who was involved, a so-called one-man pastor, whatever, with his pointed shoe. You see those small pastors with their long pointed shoes? The lady was involved with this pastor. So she was sending money to the pastor as well. And the husband got this full information. So what is really going on? And mind you, within this period, the lady never wanted to sleep with her husband. Anytime the husband decided to start it, she'd be like, we have 40 days fasting. I'm supposed to do 10 days fasting. I'm supposed to seek the face of the Lord, blah, blah, some foolish excuses. And then the husband, as a man as he is, started masturbating because he needs to satisfy himself. So one day he said, no, I can't. He forced himself on this lady and the lady called police. Women right abroad. They arrested this man and made sure he never came to his own home for 6 months. Never saw his children for 6 months. So later the lady herself said, you're fine, you can come. Okay. Apparently the lady was involved in small accidents, so she got a lot of money. And the money, empowered her. She became her own boss in the house. So the guy was just living and trying to gather information. And then he got to realize that the lady, whilst in Ghana, under the disguise of COVID, was involved with a certain pastor to the point that she had a baby for the pastor within that 1 year over period she was in Ghana. the reason for which she came back, and all her looks, everything was changed. And while she was leaving for the state, she gave the baby to the mother. The parents of the girl, the woman, kept mute. Nobody mentioned anything to the husband, neither the lady nor her parents. Mind you, the lady had a child with a so-called small pastor while she was still married. Lo and behold, her younger sister was the lady's husband's best friend. In fact, the man got to know the lady, the wife, through the best friend. So he called the lady and said, "My dear, I've gotten some information that my wife has a boyfriend in Ghana and they have a child together. I will have information ready, so don't lie to me for the sake of our friendship." And the sister also told him everything, even sent the pictures of the child and the pictures of the wife when she was pregnant to the husband. So he had all the information that he needed. Lo and behold, the lady's father died and they were supposed to come to Ghana for the funeral. They got here and the guy pretended, okay, they had a very successful funeral. He performed all the right as an in-law, buried his father-in-law. His family came and they did everything they were supposed to do. So immediately after the burial of the father-in-law, he told the family that, "Please, I'm ending my marriage with your daughter." They asked for the reason. He said, "Nothing has happened, that I'm not interested in the marriage again." And the wife, knowing what she has done, was still playing victim. The wife's mother was still playing victim. "What has my daughter done to you? My husband, I haven't done anything to you, and you want to leave this family, blah, 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 blah." The man said, "I'm not interested again." So the lady unashamedly took the issue to their pastor, another pastor. It was there that the guy disclosed that, "Pastor, look at these pictures. My wife had kids with another man while she's still in the marriage. The reason why I can't continue, you cannot, this is so unforgivable." And then the man said, "I'm ending the marriage." The lady was so shocked because she thought the husband would never know about it. You know what? And apparently, the lady has given the insurance money to the so-called pastor and he has run away with it. Guys, my brothers, let me advise you. You see, sometimes when you approach a lady and she says, "I'm not interested in you," she's not interested in you. Don't push. Especially when you yourself, you know that the lady you're approaching is not your level. You see, you will not agree with me. When we talk of classes and people say, what is class? We are all human beings, blah, 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 blah. This lady will say, "This guy is not my spec," blah, 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 blah. This guy will say, "This lady is not my spec." And society will chastise them. Whether you like it or not, classism exists. You cannot use the cover for rice cooker to cover aluminium. It won't work. Every container, every bowl has its own cover. Do they call it lid? Whatever. Every container has its own cover. So don't think once you were in Ghana and then you were, just a regular guy doing your carpentry, you were a taxi driver, doing your manual job, you were a mason and all those jobs. And a chance came for you to travel abroad. And whilst you were in Ghana, there was this university graduate, there was this high-level maintenance lady you were chasing. She didn't agree. So now that you had a chance to travel abroad, you think your status has changed. So you want to come back and propose to the same lady. Mind you, she will agree. She will agree, but she doesn't love you. You have gotten abroad. She may probably want to come abroad. She's going to use you as a ladder to climb to where she wants to get you. We have many stories of this nature. They don't love you. Especially when you yourself know that this lady is not your level. You might not agree with me, but whether you like it or not, classism exists. There's class in the society. And if you don't belong, you don't belong. So my brother, when it's time for you to get married, open your eyes, alright, and look for your own class, your own level. My sisters, I would advise you the same, because some ladies also come abroad, work so hard and finance their boyfriends, or they'll just come to Ghana or Africa and pick the man they think they love because they think they have the money to sponsor him. Listen, they don't love you. They will use you as a ladder, get abroad, and leave you. Some will get there and the first 3 months were fine. After that 3 months, you won't see them again. The good ones will stay with you for like a year or two, and they will run away. We have instances, we have testimonies of this. So please, whether you like it or not, classism exists. There was this lady who came down and picked her boyfriend, and immediately got to the airport. Up until now, the lady doesn't know where the husband is. Some of them, the ladies and both the ladies and guys, the moment you start even having conversation, preparing to bring them abroad, they have already initiated conversations with their exes or their own favorite boyfriends or girlfriends. So the moment they get here, they are not coming for you. You are just a stepping stone. You are just a ladder. The moment they get here, that's it. They are gone. So mind you, I'll keep saying, this is just an advice, free advice for you guys. Classism exists. Know your type. Traveling abroad, becoming a boga doesn't change your status. Becoming odogu, having money doesn't change your status, except your status changes as high as Kwame Despite. Dangote's and those group, Ibrahim Mohammed's. You see, those guys, no lady can bluff them. No lady can say, you're not my type. You're not graduate, you're not my type. You can't, you dare not. Because where they have gotten to is above money. Okay? So you, this small boy who just, left abroad 2 years later, you think you have made it. Because you have some £10,000, $20,000. You think you have made it. And the same lady who rejected you back home in Ghana because she said, you are not my class. You are not my spec. And you think you have made it abroad, so now you are her spec. My brother, wise up. What did I say? I said, wise up. Because whether you like it or not, classism still exists in the society.